live. Welcome to English Palette. My name is Jack and I'll be your host slash teacher today. Welcome to this unique opportunity. This is first time in the history of internet when the lesson is live or students are participating on Discord and the lesson is streamed to multiple platforms for all of those who wish to join and benefit from it. Today's topic is very exciting. We will be talking about tattoos and about body piercing. Do you find them attractive? Do you think they're ugly? How much is too much? Do people have mental issues when they get too many of them? So I hope that you guys will be able to share your views. We are looking forward to hearing from you guys. You make this lesson effective when you participate. So I think it's almost time to ring the school bell. Yes. By the way, if you are in the chat, if you are joining us from Discord, say hi in, we are actually interacting in classes chat. I can see a lot of people are saying hello already. Okay, great. And at the same time, if you are on our Discord, Twitch channel, that's twitch.tv/English Spot. Say hi in the chat, guys. All right. I think we should get started because there's a lot to talk about. How are you feeling, guys? This is how I'm feeling this morning. Wow, I feel good. Right, I feel good, and I hope you feel good too, and you should, because you have a chance to participate in a discussion. And the point of our discussions is really to help you develop academic discussion skills. If you are at the university or if you are going to go to a university, you will take part in many academic discussions, which are usually timed, they are on topic, and you need to stay focused and active. And this is exactly what we are trying to practice. These skills are crucial, guys, crucial for your academic careers. But at the same time, we try to use topics that are fun, engaging, and stimulate you to share your opinions. All right, guys, first of all, I just wanted to give a big shout out to the hosts of today's lesson. And that is our exciting server called the English Hub. Let me bring it up on the screen. The English Hub, and if you are here on Discord with us, you know how fun this place is. We have just passed 6,000 members, guys. Something to celebrate. Let's celebrate, guys. Wow! Okay. So it's a growing server, and it's a place where you can make new friends, practice English, attend free lessons, ask grammar questions, and so on and so on. Opportunities just never end. So if you're not on it, subscribe right now, join the server, say hi in the chat, and you can be a part of this lesson. All right, guys. So I think I'm ready to jump into today's topic. Let's go. All right, I see nice comments. Somebody said, I love this server more than my own. And I see a bitter face there. It means, yes, when something is good, it's good. You know it, right? Right, excellent. Thank you, Peachy, for that very honest remark. All right, guys, today's topic is the tattoos, right? Tattoos. So to be honest, I don't know much about tattoos, so I needed to read up on it. I am looking at an article right now here. It says how tattoos work, howstuffworks.com. That's the website. And it's very, very interesting, okay? Because it starts off with the idea that not too long ago, tattoos were only for sailors, bikers, and sideshow artists. So we were talking about tattoos being sketchy, things like maybe associated with either criminal world or some, a rough living, right? Maybe prisons as well. However, they are becoming more and more mainstream. So we seem to be, nowadays tattoos seem to be made by using machines. It says it's sort of like a dental drill, like a dentist drill, and it is puncturing the skin. It basically is a needle with an ink, and what it does, it pierces your skin, goes under your skin, and then it deposits ink there as quickly as 50 to 3,000 times per minute. Ouch, that's a lot of stabbing, guys, a lot of stabbing. Okay, so what else do we know? There are machines like that. There are tattoo parlors. We see the cost here. They say that a small tattoo costs around $50 to $100, but custom tattoos are larger and they cost a lot more. And there is an interesting bit here about the attitudes towards tattoos. We say that some Americans with tattoos say they feel sexier. That's 34% of those investigated say they feel sexier with the tattoo and more attractive. That's 26%. But many Americans don't have tattoos, however, and they find them less attractive. 42% of people think that it is less attractive, and 57% of Americans think that tattoos are rebellious. They show rebellious nature. And 31% say that they speak of a lower intelligence. Wow. Very interesting. So it's a controversial topic because that means the society is divided sharply on this issue. Okay, if you want to read this article, I'm sure you can find it easily just by Googling how tattoos work. All right, but enough about me rambling. Let's get into the topic. And by the way, guys, if you are just joining us right now in our live stage, we are on Discord on a server called the English Hub. Please join us, and you can be a part of this discussion by just raising your hand in just a minute. If you are not on our Twitch channel, please quickly head over to my Twitch account, which is, let me just show it to you. It is twitch.tv/English Spot. We are live right now, English Spot, and I'm showing it on the screen. I try to improve these features here on this channel every time. Right now, we are able to play sounds during the stream. If you want to play sound music or something like that, you can do that by redeeming bit points. There are ways in which you can get involved in supporting the channel, so to read all about that. And of course, if you want to book a private lesson with me, there is a tab here for learners where you can do that as well. All right, guys, enough of me advertising. Now, let's get started. Let's go. All right, guys, I can see the room is filling in with people. I know it's the weekend, so I hope a lot of you have time and are able to join us. As usual, I have posted before this lesson our discussion questions, and they are found on my website, which is also linked in the About tab of my Twitch account. So the discussion questions are as follows. I'm going to read them first so that all of you are familiar with it. And we're going to get into our discussion groups in just a minute. Question number 1. All right, question number 1. Let's go. What do you think of body piercing? Earrings, nose rings, maybe piercing your tongue, maybe other areas. Why do people pierce their bodies? Is it for fashion? Is it something more than that? Is it to be different, to stand out in the crowd? Think about it and share your views. Question number 2. Do you have any piercings? Okay, do you have any piercings, and would you like to get some? Nowadays, it's very easy. You just go to a pharmacy, you get a little like a piercing gun, and you just pierce your ear. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. What do you think about that? Question number 3. What are some disadvantages? So some cons of getting or dangers even of getting a piercing or a tattoo. Is it can people get addicted to these things? Can people go overboard and things like that? So let's talk about the negative side of getting a tattoo or a piercing. Question number 4. This is an opinion. And this one is important to understand, because a person who pierces his body excessively, so too much, or gets too many tattoos, maybe the reason why they do it is to draw attention of others to themselves. They are saying, hey, look at me, right? And in that way, this means that the person is lacking maturity. They are like a kid saying, hey, look at me, I'm different. Or they maybe lack self-confidence, because if they were confident, they wouldn't need a tattoo. Do you think this opinion is correct or incorrect? Do you agree with it or not? Tell us what you think. And of course, we hope to have a debate. And number 5, is body piercing attractive? And if it depends, what does it depend on? Is it for men, women, anybody? Does it depend on the place? Too many piercings are maybe too good. Too much of a good thing is bad. What do you think about it? What about tattoos? Same thing. And then when it comes to tattoos and piercings, how much is too much? All right? How much is too much? So you can Google some extreme tattoos, extreme piercings. I'm sure you can find many images online. That's not the point of today's lesson. The point is to get you engaged in the conversation. So I am glad that you have tuned in today, and I will be asking for volunteers to raise a hand to join our discussion group in just a second. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce our discussion language, because after all, it's an English lesson, and I would like you to be using a specific language that helps us to discuss things more effectively. All right, so a discussion language is found on the worksheet that you can download and print out. It's found on my website. However, if you don't want to download it, it's a little, it costs a little bit. Unless you're a member of the channel, then it's free. Of course, any way you can support this channel helps to grow it, and helps to make the live stream even better for everyone. But let's go back to the worksheet, guys. So in any discussions are usually, they have many successful ingredients. For example, sometimes you have to be clear on what is being discussed. So confirming meaning is an important part of a discussion. Did you say this? Did you say that? Are you saying that tattoos are ugly? Just confirm what the other person wanted to say before you respond. Then provide the other person with verbal feedback. Things like, I see. Oh, really? That's great. I see your point. Giving an opinion is important, right? Giving an opinion. I think that too many piercings are not attractive. I think that piercings can give you an infection, a skin problem, or maybe an allergy to a metal. Or personally speaking, I find piercings to be attractive in women. Okay, as far as I'm concerned, men should not have piercings, and so on and so on. And of course, if there's silence, especially the leaders, I'm talking to you, if you're a leader, it's important that you ask other people's opinions. So you say, what do you think about that question? Does anybody else have anything else to add up to question number 3? And so on and so on. Well, it's important to acknowledge when people share their opinion. Say, yes, I acknowledge your opinion. I see that's an interesting point. That's a great opinion. That's an idea. Oh, I never thought about that. That's a good point, right? And if you agree, say so. Say, yeah, I agree with you. That's awesome. That's true. I completely agree with what you had to say. I think so too. You took the words out of my mouth. Exactly. But you see, life is not always that rosy. Sometimes we disagree, and that's also important. It's important to share your opinion even if you disagree. Okay, so don't submit to the social peer pressure. You don't have to agree. You can disagree. And sometimes it's better if you disagree, because then people change their minds. Sometimes they see the issue from another perspective. So you can say things like, you may be right, but what about the dangers of getting a tattoo? What about the infection? What about what happens if you get poisoning from the chemicals that are found in the tattoo ink? And so on and so on. All right, so disagreeing is an important part of a discussion. And especially for you summarizers, I will get you into a summarizer role in just a minute. Summarizer, at the end of each discussion, their job is really to tell us 2 or 3 most important points or most interesting points that were discussed during a discussion. So things like, okay, so far we've said that tattoos are attractive, or maybe in some countries tattoos do not allow you to get a government job, or they will get you kicked out of public places. Or if people disagree, say so. Say, hey, there seems to be some disagreement in our group. So-and-so thinks tattoos are great, but another person thinks, no, they are ugly, and so on, and so on. All right, guys, are you clear on the procedure? Are you clear on the procedure? If you have any questions about this language, say so in the chat. Or in the Twitch chat. I'm looking at Twitch right here. I'm looking at Discord right here. And I'm looking at my camera right here. So guys, I am multitasking. My brain is about to go into a meltdown. Overload. And guys, I am just excited because today it's the weekend, right? Are you excited about it? I know I am. It's Friday, guys. I hope you have exciting plans about Friday. All right, guys, we are almost ready to get into the topic. Let me bring up this on the screen. First of all, our wheel of names. We are going to be assigning roles to you in just a minute. If I can just find my right tab. And here we are, guys. Here we are. As you can see on our screen, there are multiple roles. Discussion members will have roles. I will explain them in just a minute. But first of all, we are going to take volunteers to take part in our discussion. So if you are on our Discord server right now in our stage and you want to be a part of this discussion, I want you to raise your hand and
please.
Just a second.
Don't go out.
Okay, just a second. Where are we? I think I've lost my stage.
Yeah.
God, the
I
British
think so.
no.
No, I think he's European style, right?
I am on stage right here, guys. I'm right here, guys. So if you are raising your hand, if you are raising your hand,
something happened with Jack's connection, so
really?
Hold on,
What's
guys.
happening?
He will probably be back in some minutes. I will DM him.
Sorry, guys. Something happened. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay.
Okay. How about now? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah, we can
Okay.
hear
All
you.
right,
I
that's
don't
good.
know what happened. You just left.
Maybe I
the
dropped out.
broadcast.
I dropped out of
I
the
was-
call.
Yeah, I was in the audience, so I just changed here to. Okay, we'll be back in the audience.
Thank you so much. Excellent. Well,
Yeah,
I want
you're
to
welcome.
thank my amazing moderators. I think without their help, I wouldn't be able to do this, guys. So we see some hands up. If you are ready to take part in our discussion, raise your hand right now. And all right, so I can see Deadly Dan. Would you like to be a part of the discussion on the tattoos?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so I'll put you down as Dan. Who else wants to take part in this? ETS, how about you? ETS. Hello, is your microphone working? Hello, ETS. You have to unmute yourself and speak. Okay, Honey Buns, how about you? Would you like to be a part of this discussion? Honey Buns, is your microphone working? Please unmute yourself.
Hi, yep.
Hi, you are in, all right? Yes, you want to be a part of this discussion? Great. What about Freeman? Freeman, how about you?
Hey.
Hi, Freeman. Do you want to take part in this discussion?
Yeah, sure.
Very good, Freeman. Welcome. Now, we also have Bappy.
TS is alive.
Well, yes. ETS.
Hi, I'm sorry. Actually, it's Peachy Shan, but my phone died on me, so I can't really use my phone to talk.
Okay, well, if you cannot talk, then you cannot take part in our discussion.
No. I can use my iPad, so I'm using my iPad.
All right. So, do you want to be a part of it?
When will I ever say no?
Okay, all right. That means yes, you are in ETS. We need 2 more members, guys.
You can just call me Shan.
Shan?
Yeah, Shan. S-H-A-N.
S-H-A-N. Shan, you've got it. Now, we need 2 more members, guys. Don't be shy. Raise your hand. This is your chance to practice your English and gain some more confidence. Okay, 3.
That's right.
3TML. 3TML. Would you like to be a part of this discussion on tattoos? Okay, what should I call you in the chat?
Eternal.
Eternal.
Yeah.
Eternal, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. So that makes a group of 5. One more, guys. We have a room full of people. Don't be shy. We are talking about tattoos and body piercings. Raise your hand.
I would be love to enter the discussion, but I really can't talk right now, so I'm sorry this time.
No problem. We'll get you next time. Okay, we can go with 5 if there's no interest for it, then this
30 something of you just join.
Yes.
It's not that hard.
Yeah, it's not hard. It's fun. Okay. All right. We'll start with 5. Just I hope that all of you are going to talk a lot. So first of all, we are going to choose our leader. Who is going to be our discussion group leader? And by the way, if you are just joining us right now, head over to our Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/EnglishSpot. That's where we are live and where you can be interacting with this lesson. Here we go. The leader. Who is going to be our leader? Oh, it's Freeman. Freeman, welcome. Congratulations.
Yay.
You are going to be discussing, directing the discussion. Next, let's select our timekeeper. Who's going to be our timekeeper? And it seems like it's Shan. Shan, congratulations. You are keeping the time. Active participant, someone who needs to talk their head off. Okay, who is that going to be? That's Honey Buns. All right, Honey Buns. Well, congratulations. You'll be talking a lot. Who is going to be our devil's advocate? Let's see. Devil's advocate. You are... Oh, it's still Eternal. Eternal. Okay. Devil's advocate, your job is to argue the opposite view. If everyone agrees that tattoos are beautiful and wonderful, then you jump in and you say, wait a minute, what about the dangers of tattoos and stuff like that? Okay?
Okay.
And now, at the end of our discussion, Dan is going to summarize it for us. So Dan, take part in the discussion, and at the end, pay attention to some interesting points to share with the rest of the group. All right, guys, we have a group ready. Let me bring up our questions on the screen. Before we start, do you guys have any questions? Before we start, you will have 10 minutes.
Sorry. So
yes.
The timekeeper means I keep track of the time for 10 minutes, right?
Yes. So don't timekeeper. You don't have to. Okay, you group members, discussion group members. You don't have to address every question. Just be mindful of the time. The idea is not to drag it out too long. And that's why we are limiting this to 10 minutes. Now, sometimes if the discussion is extremely interesting, I hate to stop it and I will extend the time, but just keep in mind that time is limited. All right, guys.
Jack, there's another guy who has his hand up. So
Okay,
we have
Speedy.
one.
Hello, Speedy. Would you like to be a part of this discussion? Hello, Speedy.
Hello.
Hi, Speedy. Would you like to be a
Yeah.
part of the discussion on the tattoos and body piercing?
Yes, I would like to.
Okay, very good. Then your role is that of an active participant. Are you looking at my Twitch screen? Because we are live on Twitch.
Oh, I am not.
Okay, Speedy. So head over there, but don't disconnect from Discord because you will be talking on Discord. But looking at the screen on my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/English Spot. English
Okay.
Spot. SPOT. All right, guys. So for those who see the questions on the screen, leader, you can maybe start with the first question or whichever question you like. What do you think of body piercing?
I guess we'll start with that. We gotta know our personal opinions.
Yes, get started. Time, start.
I don't like them. Personally, it just... It doesn't look good or wrong. If a picture on the tattoo is... Well, good. It is good, but it just... Why do you need to draw something on your body? There is no point. That's my opinion.
So, I personally enjoy them in moderate amounts. I think they can be very expressive, and if you like reading people's body language or anything like that, you can tell a lot by what they have on them. It's very intriguing to me.
Dan, can you speak up a little bit? Your voice is rather faint.
Oh, my bad. Is
Yeah.
this better?
Yeah, this is better.
But I enjoy it. I like figuring out what people say through the art that they have on them.
Well, I as the
Okay.
devil's advocate.
Jump in, guys, jump in.
Okay. See, this is what I want to say. Having piercings and tattoo is completely okay. But if you're gonna have a piercing which you're gonna regret it later, then I don't see the point why you should waste money. Same for tattoos. My advice I give to people to take tattoos is to do it with something meaningful. Like example, if you want to do a tattoo, make sure you have a meaningful reason behind it. Don't do it for fun and then ruin your career, because not saying that all career looks at tattoos, but you need to understand that some people, they do tattoos because they really have meaningful reason behind it. Yes, some are still stereotyped as a criminal mind or criminal personality and stuff. But then like, you shouldn't always put one whole community together and say, oh, those who have tattoos are criminal people. You know, like, you need to understand from their point of view. That's what I feel personally.
Well, I'll just have to inform you guys that, you know, body piercings are unfortunately obnoxious, and they could be worse than tattoos, because you said that tattoos, you should get them if you want them to be meaningful, but body piercings, I have a cousin, a smaller female cousin, and she's getting body piercings at a younger age. So I think because of the easy accessibility to such things, that's the downfall of the body piercings. And it's just strange, you know, it could ruin your career if you're trying to get a job and you come in with multiple piercings. But, you know, it's just the younger kids, they can get those easier than tattoos and even hide them or something. So, you know, I
Okay, no. Hold on.
I agree.
I want to stop you right there. Okay, I understand from your point of view when you say like body piercings are not really meaningful and stuff, but you need to understand we get advice, but we can't make the decision for them. Like if you're talking about navel piercing, nipple piercing, custom piercing, septum piercing, if you're talking that kind of piercing, yes, I actually totally agree that it's not acceptable because it can actually ruin your career. But you need to understand, certain people, we do not have control over what people think or what people want to do, you know? So like,
Guys,
like,
we started talking about, let's move on to question 3, which is disadvantages of tattoos and body piercings, because that's what we're talking about now.
That's a good point. Yes, you guys are talking about question 3. Go. What are some disadvantages or dangers of getting a piercing or a tattoo? Are they different?
Okay, so basically,
If you get
for what
piercing,
my feel is that the disadvantage or dangers, right? You know how certain tattoos, when you do tattoo and like suddenly it backfires on your skin due to skin rash or like allergic reaction? Yeah, that's what I fear the most whenever I want to do tattoo. I do not have tattoos on me, but I'm planning to get one too. And also for piercings, like let's say industrial piercings, don't you feel like one fine day you will tear like your ear skin because of how thin your helix ear is? You know, even same for helix piercing, you also have to know that when you pierce your helix in one wrong spot, even if it's way to the left in the little, right, you will have this huge tumor-like pus in your helix area. So that's one disadvantages or dangers that I feel that might happen.
Yeah, so that's a good statement. And like I said, it backs up my opinion of why piercings could be kind of bad, because at a young age you could easily get them and cause permanent damage or do some things that you probably don't want to do compared to tattoos. However, tattoos have the obvious, permanent, like once you get one you can't really go back easily. So that's my opinion.
With body piercing, they can grow back on if you don't wear anything on them. They can grow back on, especially on a young age when you're still growing.
Especially on ears. Ears are possibly
Yeah.
one of those things.
Yeah,
You
ears.
have, okay, for me as a person, right, not gonna lie, I have tongue piercing, I have septum piercing, and I have earlobe piercings. When I'm going to like work or when I'm going to present myself in somewhere where I should dress appropriately, yes, I'll definitely take all of them. I'll flip my septum in, because septum has this advantage, which is to flip in when you don't want to use it and flip out when you want to use it. But then obviously when I'm going to like a beach party or whatsoever, then yes, I'll definitely put on like my piercings and obviously go for it, As long as you know how to act in a certain area, then by all means go get pierced. If you do not know how to act properly and if you want to act immature in your work, example a doctor having a freaking piercing, I don't think I would actually really look up to the doctor, Yes, it can be a stereotype, but like I say, I feel that if you really know how to dress appropriately, go for it, by all means.
Yeah, that's true, because you can't hide a tattoo, only behind clothes, but you can't hide everything, but you can just take off anything on a body piercing. That's an advantage of body piercing. And also
but then like for earlobes, there's a reason why they invented ear sticks, like clear ear sticks, black ear sticks, pink ear sticks, you name it. There's a reason why they invented it. It's for you to use it when you need to dress appropriately. Okay, for tongue piercing, yes, a disadvantage is that you do not have a tongue stick or anything, but you can use a clear tongue stud, or for septum, you can use a clear septum case. As long as you know how to dress appropriately, you can go for it. The reason why I am saying this over and over again is because some people are really immature when it comes to piercings and tattoos.
Yeah, definitely. If you take like a look at Japanese and what they do over there with their culture, personally, and not personally, but it's interesting because their tattoos identify them with gang members. That's how their gangs affiliate themselves. So that stigma's super high, and having a tattoo is basically like, yeah, you're not going to get a job here if we know that you have a tattoo. So like
I get from your point of view of you saying that yes, like some piercings will allow you to get a job, but then like I say, you can't make a decision for everyone, but then you can give an advice. For me also, when I wanted my first job, I actually pierced my tongue and I went for the job. And I can understand from your point of view, totally, I was actually being immature for wearing that and going to the job interview, because actually in the end, I wasn't offered the job because I did not present myself appropriately in order for me to receive the job offer. You get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I just have one question to you, Peachy. How did you feel after getting the body piercings?
Okay, how I felt is because I felt good. the reason why I felt good is because I got my parents' permission. Number one, I do not do anything illegally. Number two is because I know what's best for me. I know the reason why I'm piercing, and I know the reason why I want to do it. For me, when I want to pierce a body or get a tattoo, I will definitely find a meaningful reason behind it. Like, for me, the reason why I pierce my septum is because me and my best friend have been friends for over 13 years now. And that is for us to commemorate that we have been best friends. By the way, timer is up.
Well, you have 40 seconds, guys. 40 seconds. Final stretch.
So basically, that's why I say, like, whatever you do, just find meaningful. Because I really felt really good, and I really felt like, oh, okay, I really deserve it. I really deserve the piercing, you know. But yes, now I took out all my piercings. I'm only left with septum piercing. That's all.
Well,
Yeah, just-
Okay.
We clearly have a person who knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm so glad you joined us, our discussion.
Thank
Oh
you.
yeah, definitely.
All right, guys, I think we are out of time now. I think 3 last seconds. So thank you so much. Wow. We are out of time. This was round 1, guys. Round 1. Thank you so much for your active participation. That was awesome. I think it was really good. Normally, our round 1 is very rough. People don't know what they're supposed to be doing and things like that. I think we are getting into the groove of things, and you guys did an amazing job. First of all, let's ask our summarizer, Dan. Dan, could you please give us a quick summary, maybe 2 points that were the most interesting to you during this discussion? I know you did question number 1, and then you moved to question number 3. So can you just give us 2 points that stick out in your mind as most interesting from this discussion?
I thought personally that it was going to be a lot more people that were just like all yeses. A majority in here of those that participated, we had more people that were mostly negative on it, and some people that were very specific in how you should conduct yourself while having them, like Peachy. Then you had Eternal, Speedy, and Freeman, who were mostly against it. Well, I'm super positive towards it. That was interesting for me because I expected it to be flipped.
Wow, that's fascinating. Yes, indeed, I found it interesting too. Did you have one more point?
Yeah. For the disadvantages, most of us can agree that our social stigmas of, like, they are kind of, you think it's irresponsible, you think it's business-like, unprofessional. That's the word that I'm looking for. It's all of that stuff that we can all agree on that exists, and some people think it's there for a reason, other people think it's unwarranted.
Right.
Yeah.
All excellent points, guys, and I really, I'm amazed with the level of your analysis of this topic. It's not just they're cool or I hate them, but you actually gave some good reasons for it, for your views. So a big hand to all of you again. Thank you so much. Awesome. Yeah. Peachy, did you want to say something?
Yeah, can I give my last words?
Last words. Okay, just very briefly. Go ahead.
Okay, my last words is whatever you do, please do not regret it. Do not get peer pressured or influenced by someone just because of what they do. You are who you need to be. Okay, you are loved and you are always valid. So when you want to get pierced or tattooed, think twice. Think twice before you do anything.
I see. That's a very good point. Excellent. Thank you for those words of wisdom. Don't give in to the peer pressure, right? Don't do it just because you want to be cool. Do it if it's your choice. Very good. Okay, thank you. I think I want to give you some feedback, guys, now. I don't know. First of all, before I do that, how did you do? What do you think about the actual discussion? Did you manage the time well? Were you able to speak your mind? Was everyone engaged equally? What do you think?
I was just sad that Honey Buns and Bapi was not really engaged.
Oh,
but
okay.
I love everyone's opinion.
Sure. Thank you.
I don't know a lot about this topic. I think I said everything I had to say. In the last 2, I had a lot to talk about, but in here, I just listened to a person who actually knew what he was talking about, and that was interesting.
Very good. Yes, I'm really glad when someone has personal experience to back up their points. So that was really, really, really good about this round of discussions. We are going to have... Yes? Do you have another point to make?
No. I was agreeing with you. My bad.
Yeah, that's great. So, I wrote this on the board here for you guys. Try to support your points with evidence and examples. So the only thing I would probably improve in this round of discussions would be that instead of jumping from point to point and just trying to say everything at once, just make one point, but then support it with a specific detail. And I think, Shan, you did that very well. I think, was it Shan?
Yep.
Shan, yes, or Peachy. Yes.
Yeah, you can just call me Peachy.
Yes, Peachy. Yeah, that was really very fascinating. Thank you, guys. I am just blown away. So I give you like 9.5 out of 10 for this round of discussions. Excellent. Well done. Good job.
Okay.
We still have a lot of questions, guys. We still have a lot of questions to cover. And because the topic is, we still have these psychological questions, maybe about addictions. Some people can get addicted to piercings and never stop. So I'm now asking for volunteers for round 2. Volunteers for round 2. If you want to take part in this discussion, we will give priority to volunteers who have not spoken up yet, and then if there are none, we will take it from those who have spoken. So Catherine, hello Catherine, would you like to be a part of this discussion?
Sure.
All right, Catherine, thank you so much for volunteering. Let me just bring you a name up here, Catherine. Okay, Catherine, who would like to join Catherine? Fix, how about you? Would you like to be a part of that discussion?
Yeah, sure.
Fix, okay, you've got it. Okay, and I see Omen. Omen, hello Omen. Would you like to be a part of this discussion?
Yep.
Yes or no? I couldn't hear.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. Omen, thank you so much. All right, we need 3 more people. Please raise your hand from the audience so that I can unmute you and you can express your views. All right, we have VO or VO. Oh, sorry. Did you change your mind? I tried to let you in. All right, we're asking for volunteers. Don't make me play the elevator music.
Oh, 1 second. Let me search real quick.
Yes, so we are live on Twitch, twitch.tv/English Spot, English SPOT. If you are just joining us right now, whether on Twitch or on YouTube or anywhere else, we are live on Discord. The server is linked in my video description. It's called English Hub. You can be a part of this lesson too if you only join the server and raise your hand. Okay, guys, we are still waiting for some... All right, here we go. Shai, would you like to join our discussion as well?
Yes.
Shai, okay, Shai, let me just add you to the list.
Oh, Shai, I heard Shai, sorry.
Oh, Shai, what happened? Shai, hello. And Momentum Crow, would you like to be a part of this discussion?
Yes.
Momentum, hello. Hello.
Hello.
I got to accept the thing. Yes, I would like to join us.
Okay.
Join everybody.
Excellent. Very good. Momentum. Is that what you would like to be called? Momentum.
Just call me Crow or Jin. Would be great.
Okay, Crow is fine because it's part of your nickname on Discord. That's great. Shai, did you drop out? Would you like to be a part of this discussion? Hello.
Yes.
Okay, Shai. So I hope that you have good connection. If you drop out, we are going to bring you back in. And we have also Ariana. Ariana, would you like to be a part of this discussion?
Yeah.
Okay, Ariana. Okay, very good. Ariana. So we have 6. Did I miss anybody? Are you guys looking at the Twitch screen? We have Catherine, Fix, Omen, Shai, Crow, Ariana. Did I miss anybody? There was one more person, maybe.
Oh yeah, your Twitch is like quite kind of lagging a bit.
Okay, it's a little bit lagging. All right. Okay, it seems we have 6 volunteers. Let's get started for round 2.
Let's go.
All right, the topic, guys, the topic is tattoos and body piercing.
Hold on. If we were in round 1, do we just leave?
Well, you can stay, you can leave, it's up to you. If you would like to take part in again, you can stick around and see if there are no interested volunteers, then I'll let you go again, and we can discuss other questions too. So it's really up to you. Okay? Thank you.
I'm a stick.
All right, stick around. It should be fun. All right, guys, we have our wheel is loaded with names. We are going, first of all, to choose our group leader. All right, let's see who the leader is.
Let's go.
All right, we got our mariachi band playing, and the leader is going to be Crow.
Oh, Christ. I don't know how this thing works. I'm very new here.
Hey, no problem. Crow, it's very simple. Do you know, are you looking at the Twitch screen? I'm live right now on Twitch.
I am not. What was the site again? Was it English Spot? Was it?
Yes, English Spot. So twitch.tv/English Spot. And all you have to do is just read out the questions that you see on the screen and make sure that everyone is engaged. That's the job of the leader. Okay? All right, now we are selecting our timekeeper. Who is going to be our timekeeper? Timekeeper is... Okay. And it's Ariana. Ariana, the job of the timekeeper is just making sure that the discussion doesn't drag on too long. So if there's silence, you can say things like, okay, shall we move on to the next question? Okay. But of course, you also participate actively, so you speak your mind all the time. Now, let's select our active participant who is going to talk their head off. And that is Catherine. Catherine, congratulations.
That's cool.
Excellent. You need to speak a lot. Active participant number 2. You'll be talking your head off. Shy. It looks like it's Shy. Shy, welcome. Congratulations.
Sorry for interrupting, but I think Ariana and Shai are not there on the stage.
Okay, they leave. Okay, maybe they will rejoin us, or if somebody else would like to join us, then let me know by raising your hand. The Devil's Advocate, let's go. Omen, do you know what the Devil's Advocate's job is?
I mean, I know the meaning, but I know what do I have to do?
Yes, well, during the discussion, you just speak your mind normally as everybody else. But if there's silence, you jump in and you try to formulate the opposite view. Okay, so you say things like, oh, well, I don't agree with you guys, and try to represent the other side. Okay?
All right, yeah, I got you.
All right, and Fix, you're going to be our summarizer, looks like it. Summarizer, pay attention to the discussion, and you're going to share the most interesting views during the discussion at the end. Okay, at the end.
Right. Okay.
But of course, at the same time, during the discussion, you speak up as well. Everyone is actively involved, but some of you have special roles in addition to your views. All right, guys, are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
All right, the leader, are you looking at the Twitch screen? Can you see the questions? We have a selection of questions that you can go for. We already talked about question number 1. We haven't talked about questions 2, 4, 5, and 6.
2, 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, it's really up to you. You can choose whichever question you want. And we also have Rainis in the waiting room. You can join us too, Rainis, if you would like to be a part of this group. Unmute your microphone and jump in. We're talking about tattoos and piercings, earrings, piercing your nose, your tongue, whatever. All right, leader, are you ready?
I am absolutely ready.
Okay, very good. So I'm bringing up the questions for you. Time, start.
I would like to choose question number 4, I guess.
Question 4, okay.
Can you scroll up a little bit?
Yeah, yes. Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody. The question is, this is an opinion thing. A person who pierces his or her body excessively or gets a tattoo does it mainly to draw attention of others to himself or herself. In that way, he or she exhibits immaturity or lacks of self-confidence. Do you agree with this opinion? Or why or why not?
Good job.
So basically,
good job reading it out. Guys, it's time to jump in.
I think I disagree with this opinion because because a lot of things people do is not totally because they want to attract other people. Because, for example, I do stuff for myself. I don't have any other particular idea in my head. So I think I disagree with this.
I think some people, maybe a lot of people, do it for that reason. But I think there are also people who just do it for attention because it makes sense. Because young people who get piercings and tattoos without thinking and then regret it later because they only did it, I guess, to look cool when they were younger. Which happens with a lot of other things as well. But yeah, I see how piercings and tattoos can be one of them.
Okay, guys, jump in.
So, like, mostly it's because people wanted to get good looking model, modest. But I think like fashion is sometimes not the factors, especially in tattoo. I mean, in some kind of like historical way, tattoo have exist. I mean, the Vikings have tattoo, I guess, and other kind of like the New Zealand indigenous people have tattoo. I think like tattoo is part of our cultures, and it's very important. Like in that way, it doesn't actually exhibit a lack of self-confidence also, but it's also sometimes exhibit the culture and sometimes exhibit the person itself, the person, him or herself. That's what I think about it.
I agree with that. I feel like people get such stuff to express themselves through it, and there are a lot of other reasons too, maybe religious or cultural, as the other person mentioned. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and yeah. Yeah, I mean, and drawing attention is sometimes, I don't think like drawing attention can be started by piercing yourself and tattoo, especially talking about today's world, especially in, I don't know if another country, but other country, especially in my opinion, the Western country, especially in United States or Europe, like tattoo and piercing is already normal. Like every day, everywhere, you can see people already having a tattoo and piercing. Like it's normal, even in work, I guess. So I don't think like it's much of a problem of self-confidence.
Now, in my honest opinion, what is it? Piercing, it kind of has like a double-edged sword kind of stuff. It may attract some negative attention, but it may not, because some people may think piercing is like some sort of a way to express themselves, how strong they are as a character. And tattoos, they might have many ways to use it. Like they might use the tattoos to act as like a remembrance of some sort. They engrave their body with something to remember with, and or maybe they use the tattoos to show them their own characteristics, their personality, and yeah, that would be my opinion on tattoos and piercing.
I see that, but like in the event, like if you get a tattoo, you know, of your wife's name or something, and then you get a divorce, like you're gonna regret that tattoo, and you might feel insecure about it. But this is just like this isn't everybody. I'm just saying.
I agree with that. I feel like when you're getting a tattoo or a piercing, I think you should do it for yourself, because later on you will end up regretting it.
Wow, you do have a point with that. I didn't really think of that through.
So like when you when you get a tattoo, some people are gonna tell you like, oh, you know, that's forever. It needs to have a big meaning, and so like, for example, like I wanted to get a tattoo, and my mother always told me, oh, you're gonna grab attention and they're gonna look at you weird. And I'm an artist, so I really like the art side of it, and there are good points for like either side. For like, yeah, it grabs attention, no it doesn't, but generally it's like in the middle. Some people believe this, some people believe that.
It's like I can see people who take time to think about if they want to get a tattoo or piercing based on like what they think is best for themselves, and it takes a while for them to make up their mind. But I think a lot of people as well also just do it in the moment because they don't think about it, and then that's when they get upset about it down the line.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the regret kicks in.
But I feel as if when you're younger and you get a tattoo, it's better to have something which was meaningful for you when you were small, than end up having a tattoo which never meant anything for you and you just did it out of an impulsive.
I guess it depends on how much tattoo that you have, though. I mean, like, if you have like a lot of tattoo in your body, something like full body kind of tattoo, I think like you'll totally regret it. I think that's too much. Sometimes it's too much, it's bad. But if you have like 1 or 2 tattoos in your arms, or maybe in, I don't know, in some kind of like in your neck, maybe, I think like it's fine if it's 1 or 2. But if it's too much, people tend to regret it. And I don't know, but tattoo is like, it's like our conservative belief is that tattoo is something dangerous, you know, something like correlate with bad guys. So yeah, I think, I don't know, a lot of people.
Well, I think it's less of a problem if you have.
But I never got the concept of who decides this is bad or that is correct, because who decided that piercings and tattoos are unprofessional or it's related to criminals?
Experience, like people who have experience.
Tattoos and piercing really does get a bad rap because in movies or fictions kind of medium, they were shown to be like criminals or something of a sort everywhere.
Yeah, like if you go outside and you see a guy with a lot of tattoos, you might get scared, just how you would get scared of a guy with a lot of scars on his face, even if that just means he got beat up before.
Yeah, and that is the stigma that usually follows.
Like if you get piercings, I don't think you have to worry as much because, you know, it's not that big of a deal. If you get a piercing, you don't have to think as hard about it. You'd still have to think about it. But like if you get a tattoo and you really think about it, you know, the tattoo can distort over time on your skin, but that's like a different story.
But you can still delete the tattoo, but it's gonna be like really hard, I think. Same
And
like
expensive.
piercing. Yeah, and expensive. It's like you need a thoughtful kind of like mind to do the tattoos first before you actually, you know, start doing it.
Generally, erasing a tattoo is like it's a really big procedure, and it takes a really long time. And I'm not sure about what I'm gonna say now. Quote me if I'm wrong. I think it can make some scarring because of the ink dissipating in the skin. I'm not sure though.
A lot of
But yeah,
times,
it's
a lot
yeah,
of times the skin gets like darker, and there's still an outline. You have to go many times to the place where
yeah,
it lays
it's
it on.
a really long procedure. So
I feel like if we're talking about erasing tattoos, I will give an example here. Like if you're aware of Ariana Grande, the singer, she recently covered up a tattoo with makeup, and after a few days, it was still there, but we couldn't see it before. So I feel like you can just cover it up with makeup for a few occasions. It's not harmful that way.
Very interesting. And look at that! We are out of time again! Out of time! Oh, wow, this was exciting. You guys got into it, I can tell. I can tell you got into it. Let's ask, first of all, before we move on, let's ask our summarizer while he has the discussion it's still familiar in his memory. Fix, can you tell us maybe 2 points that were most interesting to you in this discussion? Summarize it for us.
I think like the first one would probably like how we view tattoos in the past until now. I think like certain regions, certain people, and certain beliefs that tattoo is it's like a really bad kind of like reputation. I agree with that one, especially. I think like it's something that we feel until today. Some maybe our parents, maybe some older person, an elderly, will think that if you have a tattoo, equals that you're a bad guy. I think something like that still exists. And then as the second one, yeah, well, having a tattoo is not an easy procedure also. So you need to think it carefully and thoughtfully. So it's very important to think before you actually getting that tattoo because removing it is kind of like a bit hard.
Yes.
I just want to say one thing.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure a lot of people like see people with tattoos the same way they see streets with like graffiti on it. You know, they won't see it as a good thing.
Oh, I see. So it's in the same category as graffiti. Rebellious, and kind of a little bit wacky. Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, very, very interesting.
But in the end of the day, if you're happy, how does it matter what people think about you? Because you're not living for them, right?
I agree.
Well, the graffiti artists call themselves artists, right? So
yes,
there you go.
Yeah.
That's what Catherine is saying.
Personally, being a graffiti artist, sometimes it's like tattoos. You get like if you're painting a wall, no matter what, if you're doing letters, a portrait, a scenery, anything, they're gonna look at you weird. They're gonna be like, "What is he doing? That's kind of weird." It is rebellious in some way, but generally, I think like as time goes on, this stigma is gonna slowly fade.
Oh, interesting. He's making a prediction. He says this is going to go away.
If I could add something like, okay, graffiti is good, but if you put it in a public space, it's a vandalism. No matter how much you see it, I think it's still vandalism. I think it's good art, but
yeah,
It
100%.
is, yeah.
Like if someone has his house and you go paint his wall, no, that's 100% vandalism.
Yeah.
But if you like, there is a big open wall and it doesn't belong to a specific building or it's an abandoned building and it's gonna get demolished soon. I don't think it's that bad. But if someone, for example, like usually I see like garage doors and things like that of like houses being painted on. No, that's vandalism, and that
Like
gives
I-
us a really bad
Exactly.
stigma and to think, oh, if that guy's doing it, that means every guy's doing it.
Like I feel like tattoos will go down the same direction as graffiti did. Like in New York City, the subways are covered in graffiti. The people didn't focus on making art; they just wrote whatever, and then they had no choice but to clean it up. I think that's the same thing with tattoos in the future.
Interesting point.
Same too. Like if you see, even if you see the artwork after a lot of years, it brings a lot of nostalgia. And same with tattoos. Because if it's a meaningful tattoo, after years you'll just look at your tattoo and so many memories will come back. So.
Don't you guys think it's interesting that humans are so different from animals in that respect? I mean, animals don't paint their bodies, don't put anything on their bodies. They're just as they are, whereas humans do all kinds of stuff to their bodies to change it. What do you guys think about that?
Humans are complicated. They do all sorts of stuff. They ruin the planet. They make the planet good again. It's everywhere.
And also, a lot of animals don't really need to. I mean, their environment allows them to blend in a lot of times.
That's an interesting question, I think. That's a really
and animals always have like some sort of ways to show off their appearance or their own, characteristics. For example, the peacock, they have the tails.
Yes.
They don't need tattoos for that stuff.
Right. Good
Basically,
point.
Animals do what is needed, and they don't have wants like humans. Humans are greedy; they want to do stuff.
Humans, they have wants, not just needs. I see. Good point.
That way, like
animals are surviving, we are surviving. We just survive with a lot of regret.
Yes, because animals they need to survive. We, at this point in society, we don't need to do much.
Yeah, right. Oh, guys, this was awesome. I really want to thank you because, I think the discussion was really good. I would just, first of all, a big round of applause to all of you. I think everyone was engaged and expressing their views. If I were to improve one more thing, I would just, as a teacher, because I have to say something, right? I have to say, but I think it's useful. Try to stay on topic. Sometimes the conversation was going off topic, off topic of the question, right? So I would just say, maybe it's the leader's job or other people in the group to say, okay, guys, well, that's a good point. However, let's go back to the question. Okay, something like that. That's also a strategy that you can learn and practice. All right, because that will help you be more productive. But other than that, that was just amazing. So once again, thank you so much to participants. Round 2, you did so well. Yes, we're still talking about tattoos and body piercings. If you are just joining us live, or if you're watching this recorded later, we are live on Discord. The server's name is English Hub. You can find this on this board or in the video link below this video. And so join us, and you can also be a part of this lesson anytime. You just raise your hand and take part in the discussion. The questions that we're discussing are also found on my website, so you can find it also linked in my video description. If you want to help the channel grow, there is a way you can do that. You can, of course, follow it, subscribe. You can donate to the channel. You can redeem your bits or whatever way you can do that as well. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channel as well if you want to watch this later. Sometimes the time zone is not the best. I also teach privately, so if you are interested in English lessons, I can arrange that. Just click on the Learners tab and see the details. All right, guys, enough advertising. Let's get into our topic again, which is the tattoos and piercings. All right. Sorry,
because I have to go for work.
Of course, yeah. Well, Omen, thank you so much for joining us. Did you enjoy this?
I really enjoyed it.
Oh, that's great.
The last time I was like in a debate. It was back in high school.
Okay.
The model of the UN.
Oh, yes.
It reminds me so much. It was really fun.
Very good.
Thank you, guys.
Well, thank you.
Have a great day.
Yeah, and enjoy your weekend. Thank you so much.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Thank you. And we are still going to do one more round. This time I'll open it up to first timers as well as to repeaters. So if you want to talk about There's still questions we haven't covered. For example, what is excessive? Do you think people can get addicted and then they never stop? They always want to get another tattoo, another piercing, and then it becomes it's ridiculous. Guys, what do you think about that? What types of piercings do you find attractive? Do you think females with a nose ring or an earring is attractive to you? Do you think that? Do you think tattoos are cute, can be cute or scary? So raise your hand right now, and first priority goes to first timers. And then, of course, if we don't have enough volunteers, we will ask others. Sub-Zero, hello. Would you like to be a part of this discussion? Sub-Zero, you raised your hand. Hello, Sub-Zero. You have to unmute your mic. You seem to be muted. Unmute yourself. Hi, Sub-Zero. Welcome. Would you like to be a part of this discussion on tattoos and body piercing? Your mic is still muted. Please unmute yourself. How about Momo? Would you like to be a part of this discussion, Momo? Hello, Momo. I'm trying to let you in here. You have to accept the invite to speak, and you have to make sure your microphone is unmuted. All right. When we also have Osario. Hello, Osario. Would you like to be a part of this discussion?
Hey, yeah, I'd love to be a part of this discussion.
Okay.
I actually had a really good question.
Okay. What is it?
I was just curious, I was thinking about recently.
Mm-hmm.
I was deciding if I should get, I don't have any piercings or any tattoos,
Mm-hmm.
but for the first time, I think I decided I wanted to get a piercing. And I was just wondering, is it classified as gay to get nipple piercings?
Yeah, well, this is a good question. Maybe a discussion group can help you answer that question. So hold that question in your mind. Momo, I could hear you right now. Momo, would you unmute your mic again? Hello? Momo? Yes.
Hello?
Hi, Momo. Do you want to be a part of this discussion on body piercing and tattoos? I guess not. Okay. Anybody else? Here we have
What's that?
NJBX. How about you? Would you like to be a part of this discussion?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What shall we call you? NJBX, or would you prefer another name?
It's Joshua.
Joshua. Okay, Joshua. Thank you so much for calling in. Joshua, you are a part of this discussion on tattoos and body piercing. Anybody else? We see the water bearer. Water bearer, welcome. Thank you for visiting. And would you like to be a part of this discussion on tattoos and body piercing? Hello, you have to unmute your microphone.
Yes, I think it's a good discussion, yes.
Okay, very good. So what shall we call you in the discussion? Do you prefer another name?
Call me Water.
Water. Okay, Water. Thank you, Water. Thank you for joining us.
I may take some time to, make any remarks or respond. I think I'm going to be listening for the first 5 minutes or so.
Okay, very good. No problem. So let's ask more volunteers to raise their hand and take part in the discussion. Or if you want to be a repeater, that's fine too. There are some questions we haven't addressed here. Yes. I just admitted Glenn. Glenn, would you like to be a part of this discussion on tattoos?
Yes, I would like to.
Okay, Glenn, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. And we need 2 more members. Maybe we can open the floor to our repeaters.
Hi.
Peachy, do you want to be again a part of this discussion?
Yes.
Okay,
I have a lot to say.
Oh, Peachy has a lot to say. And we need one more. Rainis, how about you, Rainis? You haven't said much. Do you want to be a part of this discussion? And we also have Amitraj. Amitraj, hello there. You have to unmute your mic if you want to be a part of this discussion. Hello, you need to accept the invite. Amitraj, are you in here? Okay, well, we need to get going. So how about Lucio? Hello, Lucio, welcome. would you like to be a part of this discussion on tattoos and body piercing?
Hey, yo, how do you say your name?
My name?
Yeah.
Oh, my name is Jack, but on Twitch I am called English Spot. So you have to go to twitch.tv/English Spot, S-P-O-T. Hello, Lucio. Would you like to be a part of this discussion? Your microphone is noisy. I'm sorry, we have to mute you. It doesn't seem to be working. I'm sorry, Lucio. Maybe next time. Okay, one more person to join the group, and then we are going to kick it off. Any repeaters would like to join us again? Honey Buns, what about you? Are you still around? Would you like to join this discussion? Honey Buns? No, Peachy is in. Good. Peachy, Osorio, Water. Okay, we can go with 5. Mr. Man, how about you, Mr. Man? Would you like to be a part of this discussion on tattoos and body piercing?
Hello, your computer is virus.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you very clearly. I'm sorry, I can't hear you clearly. And Kek Slayer, how about you? Would you like to be a part of this discussion on tattoos? All right, I think we can just start with 5. All right, what are your roles going to be? Let's check it out. Let's load the wheel and see what roles you're going to get. First, let's choose our leader, discussion group leader. Okay, that is going to be Joshua.
Okay.
Joshua, excellent. Congratulations. Your job is to make sure that there is no silence, that everyone is involved. Now we're selecting our timekeeper, who is going to be Peachy. Very good, Peachy. Make sure that discussion, make sure the discussion doesn't drag on, and that everyone is, that we can move from question to question smoothly. Active participants, here we go. Who is going to be our active participant? That is Water. Very good, Water. Excellent. I hope you can share your opinions. Our Devil's Advocate. Who is going to be our Devil's Advocate? It looks like Osorio. Osorio. Okay, Devil's Advocate is a special role when, let's say, there's silence and everyone agrees, there's nothing to talk about, then the Devil's Advocate kicks in and tries to express the opposing view.
Oh yeah, I'm great at disagreeing.
Okay, very good. And Glenn, you are going to summarize it for us at the end of the discussion. You are our summarizer. All right. Everybody's ready?
Let's go.
We are live on Twitch.
Yes.
Twitch.tv/English Spot. The questions are on the board. The questions are
Just
on
give
the
me
screen.
the and I'll start the timer.
Yes, very good. I think we can start talking about addictions and psychological problems of people who are excessively tattooing their bodies and piercings. When it comes to tattoos and piercings, how much is too much? Maybe you can start with this question. Leader, it's up to you. Time, start.
Let's go. Okay. I think too much tattoos is when you get more than 2, or when you start doing it from appearance and not having a meaning. That's when I think you know that you have a problem with body modification or tattoos.
Yeah, I disagree. I think that 2 is like a baby number.
Okay, I personally feel how much is too much is when someone pierces their nipple, or when someone pierces like their back of their neck, or like their chest area. I feel that it's way too much. Like, why the hell would you want to do that? And for tattoos, I do not know if you guys know, and this might be a bit too much of obscene. So before I say this, I apologize to some people. trigger warning. Some people tattoo their groin area. Some people tattoo their
I
back
agree with
area.
Gucci. If you tattoo your dick, that's like too much, I think.
Yeah,
Oh my.
like I have friends who tattoo their. I have friends who tattoo their dicks, by the way. And like, I'm like, what the hell? Like, what were you thinking while doing it? Like,
That's when
tattooing
you're
your
out of
body-
ideas.
Sorry.
That's when you're out of ideas, when you start tattooing
I mean, even
places
if
you
you're
shouldn't be
out of
tattooing.
ideas, like I say, do it when you really have something meaningful to it. Don't be a dumbass to just like tattoo your goddamn dick.
But I
Like,
mean- but I
what?
mean,
I'm just gonna be flashing it everywhere.
But I mean, Peachy, like, what did your friend get on his penis? Like, if it was something like legitimate, like
He
if he got
got,
like, a rocket on his dick to like demonstrate like his dick is a rocket, like I would understand that, you know, because then I could tell all the.
No.
all the-
He had like a text that said like "suck here" and then it had an arrow down to
Yeah,
his
yeah. And all the birds would know, you know.
Yeah, that is. Cat Slayer is absolutely correct. He put a Lucifer face and he said, "Suck here."
Well,
So,
see,
like-
Dude, I'm just a genius, bro. I knew it.
I mean, honestly, that's kind of. I mean, I think girls might like that. You know what I'm saying? And they might want to suck.
No, no, bro.
Okay, now
I
you see,
disagree.
we don't talk
What do you
about
mean
that
girls
point.
might like that? I mean, that's just too much, bro. Like, that's
Yeah.
way out of hand.
Like, okay, wait. Number one, what? I so confused. Which idiotic girl will actually like? I'm so sorry for using the word idiotic, but which idiotic girl would want to like do that? Okay, wait. Apart from that, moving on to piercings. Tattoo, it's okay, never mind. But for piercings, I don't understand why people want to get their nipple pierced or their chest or their back piercing. Like, I even had friends who pierced their nails. I'm not kidding with you. They pierced their nails, they pierced their fingers, and I'm like, what's the point of it? Like, it doesn't look nice on you. For me, personally, what I feel is when you want to pierce, make sure it look good on you first. Then after it, you go and pierce. If it doesn't look good
But
on you, then
guys, listen. The question is, what's the psychological factor? Why do they do it?
basically they are just saying peer pressure. I'm influenced by my friends. Oh, I saw it Instagram.
Who would influence someone to get a tattoo on their penis?
Instagram. The reason they gave me was Instagram, and I'm like,
Yeah, I see a lot of dicks on Instagram too.
I mean, one
Okay,
time this
no,
girl
I'm not
asked me if I
talking
got
about
her
that.
name on my cock, she would like marry me, but I wasn't down to get married because like I'm like, you know, free spirit.
okay,
I think humanity is highly influenced by self-expression, and we have a special regard for it for ourselves as individuals, and so we go far and wide to express ourselves, and that's why people do it essentially.
If you get peer pressured to the point where you are willing to tattoo your own dick, then that sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, I mean, it does
Interesting
sound like
point.
a good problem, but I would say that is the point where you should know that you are in a toxic environment, because if someone can actually persuade you to the point where they get your dick tattooed, I think it's time for you to find new friends.
What's
From
wrong with
personally,
it?
my point of view.
Yeah, but what's wrong with the dick tattoo?
Okay, the thing is that it's not that I'm finding anything wrong with this. I don't find the meaning behind it. If you're gonna come to me and tell me saying that, oh, my friend actually pressured me to do this, then I'll ask you, then why the hell did your mom had you for 9 months and give you a goddamn brain to think? Like, where the hell did your brain
Marvin,
go?
wait,
Yeah,
is having a tattoo on the dick too much tattoo? Or it depends on how you say it?
Well, yeah.
Okay,
why
if
would
it's meaningful, like I say,
feel like a
it's
Fortnite
meaningful,
joke
I
on
get
the
it.
dick, and then like.
But if I'm gonna
make
see
it
like
gross.
suck here, I don't see in a point why the hell you should tattoo that. Like, if it's not gonna do benefit you in any ways, because a certain people use tattoo as a form of way to communicate their struggles and problems. That's what mainly from what I understand. But for me, it's like I would
So we
see that, I'll be
established
like,
that it's too much.
yeah, I
But
find it too much.
is there any other reason why other than peer pressure?
Because
that they would
another
do
one
that?
is because
Well,
they are
okay,
bored.
let me
They
tell
have
you
nothing
where
to
I'm
do.
from. Let me tell you the reason where I'm from. Okay, so where I'm from, girls often use the term. Okay, let me just say they see men as, if a man is strong, he has to have a tattoo, and if you don't have a tattoo, like girls young age, like teenagers, they'll be posting that if a man doesn't have a tattoo, then he's not manly enough, and that makes other kids feel, okay, for me to be a man, I gotta get a tattoo. So I think that's other influencing, like peer pressure, basically.
Culturally, you have to get one.
Well, if we're gonna,
I mean, he has a point. I'm not gonna argue with him. He has a point in there.
If we're gonna talk about dick tattoos, can we also bring cock studs into the picture since it's about tattoos and body piercing?
But who would do that?
Honestly, I do not know about that. I think for that you should ask Joshua, because Joshua is the leader. So if you want to talk about it, I think it's better if you hear from Joshua's point of view.
Yeah, I mean, body modification, it's sort of like piercing. So yeah.
Then go ahead. But
I think as long
honestly,
as
I have a question. My question is: have you guys seen any obscene piercings, and have it ever like made you question yourself why would they do that?
Of course.
Like, what kind of piercings do you see?
Yeah, so the question, that's a very interesting question. Why do they do that, right? Why do people do this?
God, that's a
like why and how? Like, what inspired or what influenced them to do it?
Well, I know girls get the ones on their tongues. Like, you know, whenever girls have the stud in the middle of their tongue, they say that's so that they can get better
I
head.
can't say much. That's me. But okay, continue.
But yeah, females get that so that they can give better head, they say. So maybe like the cock stud is to please the woman more.
What the fuck? I'm so sorry.
Okay, let's keep this civil, guys. I mean, not civil, but let's keep it,
Okay, honestly.
Yeah, just watch the language. Thank you.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah, all right, no problem.
Okay.
But
honestly, I understand, like, basically from my point of view, right, if I were to be very honest, I'm so sorry if this hurts you, but honestly, I find women with tattoo more attractive than women like with piercings. And when I speak about tattoo, I'm not speaking about full arm sleeve, that kind of tattoo. I'm speaking about tattoo that really inspired them.
Okay, if we want to know how much is too much, people who tattoo their whole bodies, but there's a reason for that, because they have some goal. But I'm sure once they finish tattooing every part of their body, they regret it instantly, because now they have nothing to consume their lives with. So that could be a reason why they could do that.
Yeah,
and
you
that
have
is
a point.
too much.
Honestly, like what you said, that's true. People do tattoo their whole body until they feel satisfied, and once their whole body is occupied, they kind of regret it instantly, you know. But then,
like, if you want to get strong and you go to the gym every day and you become big, you have a goal to do that. If you're not doing it to impress other people and you're doing it for yourself, that's not a problem, because you are benefiting yourself. But to tattoo your whole body, you aren't gaining anything. It's like you do it for no reason other than for yourself, but then after that, what have you got? You have nothing.
Okay, based on that, right, I also have another question. What do you think about teenagers getting pierced? Like, example, they said they want to pierce a colon because they said they fought depression, that kind. Like, what do you think about teenagers tattooing their body without parents' consent, just because they feel like it's really needed for them?
They feel like it's cool and rebellious to do, but I'm sure they regret it when they get older as well.
I mean, that's true. I have multiple friends who regret it. I mean, I haven't get a tattoo. I was actually planning to get one, and I do design my own tattoo. But yeah, as from what I said from the last debate, do it if it's meaningful. If not, forget it.
all right, guys, looks like we're just run out of time again. Really, 10 minutes doesn't seem long enough, does it? Right? 10 minutes flies by so quickly. Oh my goodness, this was really exciting. You guys had tons of ideas, and it little bit got edgy at one point, but I think it's all in good spirit of freedom of expression and of exchanging ideas. So, guys, I wonder, the summarizer, Glenn, are you still here, Glenn? Hello, Glenn.
I don't think it's yeah.
I could give you a little rough draft if you want, Jack.
Okay, very good, Osario. Osario, give us a summary or maybe 2 points that were most interesting during this discussion.
Basically, like full body tattoos, peer pressure, cock stud, no bad, and then like, and then like tattoos in your private regions, bad.
I see.
Too much.
Okay, bad means they are, according to your group, they are not desirable. They are should be avoided. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, avoid the cock studs and all that.
I see. Okay, okay. Very, very interesting. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. I think this discussion was really, really well conducted. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me.
Yeah, this was awesome.
This was one of the best.
Really, thank you so much, Peachy. Well, you made it possible. You made it possible.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
I mean, if it wasn't for you, this wouldn't be possible to me.
Yeah, well, we all take part. Yeah, of course, we want to provide people with a platform, opportunity for exchanging their views and practicing their English. That's great. But at the same time, yeah, it's you guys who make it possible. So thank you. Now, I just wonder if you were to do this again, how would you improve this last round of discussion? Like if you had the chance to rewind the clock and do it again, how would you have done it differently? Any comments?
I think instead of me wasting my time to think, I think I should have wrote down my points for each question so that I would straight away, I could have just shared my point instead of wasting time by saying like, I think and etc. And one more thing I wish,
that's true.
Okay,
yeah,
so
one more thing I wish I can improve is to keep in time. Like instead of speaking unnecessary facts, I think I should have checked the time and speak what's necessary.
Very good. So time management is something you can work on, but other than that, I think, you know, it's hard, yeah, especially when you are expressing meaningful opinions. It's hard to keep track of both time and what you're saying, right? It takes practice. This is excellent, guys. I'm really pleased with what you've done. So this is what our lessons look like. From what I would also provide from myself as a teacher, I would just say I would probably try to encourage you to use a little bit more sophisticated vocabulary. So instead of just saying, tattoos in private parts, bad, you know, say that say things like, we have discussed the issue of piercing private regions.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me, John. Kids, don't go get cock studs.
Yes, don't get them. Right. Okay. Well, that's your opinion. That's awesome. Okay, thank you. So I would just say, let's try and use more academic vocabulary during these discussions. But that was really good. Thank you so much, everybody. Big hand to everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you, guys.
All right, guys. And that brings us to the end of another lesson. Time flies very quickly. So make sure that you follow the channel, Twitch TV / English Spot. If you would like to support the channel, you can become a fan, a big fan, or a giant fan of the channel. You can also book a private lesson if you're interested, and follow the social media pages as well. We are live on our Discord server, the English Hub. If you're not a member of the server yet, well, join us right now, and I hope to see you next time on English Palette. Have a great weekend, guys. It is, after all,
It's Friday, gotta get down on Friday.
It's Friday, guys. Have a good one. See you next time on English Palette.